We should. It should be back. Not a cult. Stop telling people it's a cult. Okay. Aeon, Watto, and welcome. Sadly, I cannot give out an additional first to Lizzie for this second run. But I just want you to know, Lizzie, I see that quick draw. I don't know what happened there, friends. But the rig reset, and then because I hadn't done the updates that were lurking in the wings, the rig decided that they were going to do them for me, which is so nice. Which is so nice. So, there is a chance that the audio is fuckered. There is a chance that things are weird and broken. I don't know. So, if anything weird fucking pops up...
Windows be Windows, isn't it nice?
Yeah, it's so good! Okay. Well, coming in, friends, coming in. I am going to have to restart with a fucking massive apology, which is... to those of you that threw in a fuckload of bits, like Baron, Stooge, Bacon, like Vanderbeest, all of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart for throwing in bits. Like, that's literally why I'm still here. Unfortunately, the rig resetting will have killed the fucking... will have killed the credits. So, I've got to go and get my souls back, and I must also apologise, you know. I think you've all gathered by now. I try not to harp on it too much, but like, at a time when being able to do what you love as your full-time job is a massive rarity, the fact that you lot keep me here is fucking massive. So, thank you. We're getting to talk about games that I love. And Akira Zero. And Lyrus. Vanderbeest. Thank you all. Oh, very doubtful. You're OG. You don't even need permission. You don't even need permission. Fred, you terror. It's not a cult. Stop telling people it's a cult. It's not a cult. But no, thank you all for waiting. I do apologise. Let's fight a dragon. Let's talk about game stuff. Well, Akira Zero, just thank you for the 500. You know, you put in a lot, month in, month out, and, you know. Someone messaged me yesterday and was asking about, like, you know, they're trying to collect stories of, you know, streamers and creators who've succeeded through 2024. And I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried to get involved because I'm worried they're going to say, well, how did you do it? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. You know, the long ship kept me alive, and during the months when, you know, things were quiet, I managed to pick up, you know, all that video work for DreadX and for Red Nexus, and also the consulting stuff for Cosmic Crowbar. So, like, I got fucking lucky, and you lot keep me alive. Like, how many snake eyes? I shouldn't say snake eyes. How many 20s can a person roll in order? Because that's me. No. Red Nexus, the people behind Peglin and Foul Damage, the What If Celeste but Egg. So I'd stop making that joke, and yet I keep going. Am I the baddie? I might be the baddie. The secret sauce is not being a schmuck. I mean, you know I'm a fucking disaster.
Interviewer, how did you survive 2024? Will, it's not a joke.
Maybe I should open with that. No. Look, I have a theory. I think that I'm very honest with you lot about where the money goes that you throw into it and what happens of it. And because I don't have like a Patreon or anything that's like a disambiguation, you know, I'm essentially working for tips if you think about it in like an abstract way. And yeah. Okay. Indulge me a little bit though on this subject, because I saw somebody talking today about, you know, their worries about the climate of content creation, which is valid, and their concerns about like Twitch as a changing platform, which is valid. But the person in question makes $250,000 a month from Twitch. From Twitch, not from like sponsorships or external donations, just their Twitch paycheck per month. Like, I think it's easy to forget just how much cash some of the bigger people make, you know? Anyway, let's kick a dragon's ass. Alright, puppies, I'm gonna need you to help this time, alright? I swear to God they're doing it again. Wheeler, I'm genuinely thinking about New Game Plus after this. Cheeky bastard. In your face! Okay, the puppies are awake now. Oh, guess he didn't equip his fucking grease. Alright, whatever. Wheeler Dealer, how are you doing, friend? We had a slight PC hiccup. Now we're back to Elden Ring and Hunt Dragons. Oh, right in the gob. That was on me for being cocky. Yes, Fred. The individual who shall not be named, who isn't even one of the massive people on Twitch, but one of the bigger ones, was sharing their data about how much money they bring through ad revenue. Predominantly, they were talking about the fact that they cover like they're covering the current political climate, which you now need to label your content on Twitch as. And lots of people have dropped. Lots of advertisers don't want to put adverts before that, which is understandable. We don't need to go into it. You know, I know. But like, 250 grand a month. Fuck me running. Like, again, do you know how many indie games I could run with that kind of income? But then the long ship would drastically change and we wouldn't have these great monuments and stuff like that. Anyway, jumping back. Wheeler Dealer's building the first new PC for 8 years. This is the time to do it. I think we were talking a lot about this last week, about how the jump to UE5 has a lot of teams putting in a lot of like visual effects without necessarily optimizing the title for it. So, yeah, now's the time to make that jump if you haven't already. Let me get my dragon grease. Yeah, Aeon. It was... Okay, and I understand that Alan Wake 2 isn't technically a UE5 title, but it's got the same kind of, like, oomph to it. I couldn't even scratch that. You know, with Nobody Wants to Die, had a real hard time getting that to run, and then it kind of... It had a big old crash once all the effects kicked in. Oh, okay. Wheeler's doing their build for Lightbox and Photoshop, but also some Vidya. Yeah. It can be two things. Get my souls back first. Actually, you know what? I'm going to drop off the dogs. Gotta be careful. Come on, puppies. Time to work. We hunt dragons for a living. Which is funny because that's an undead dragon. Oh, fuck me! Oh yeah, no, very doubtful. Not only do they have breath weapons, but there's a whole plethora of different kinds of dragons in this. These ones are undead. And they spit a kind of like fucked up undead ghost fire. The dogs are essentially like a distraction. Oh, Jesus, Torrent. Or Khazar, as I like to call it. So their job is to keep the dragon from focusing on me too much. Like, bite at its ankles, get it all fucking riled. Oh, fucking hell, he got us both there. Boosh. Fuck. Doubtful with... I think I saw fucked up undead ghost fire open for Mickey's Prolapse back in 03. Yeah, that was a good gig. They that KFC burnt down, right? Like, there was nothing left. I think I was at that. Oh, so jumping back, Wheeler was saying they're getting a lot of enjoyment out of their casual, like, hang out and chat while they edit photo streams. Oh, way cool. Well, what I will say, friends, is that Wheeler Dealer is a great friend of mine, if you haven't already met them. We served together under the waggling finger of Uncle Sonic. Wheeler is a rather prolific photographer of gigs, bands, and activities in between, and is a very good streamer. Has raised an inordinate amount of money for I want to say a specific dog shelter, which, as I'm sure you can understand, is something that I wholeheartedly support. And they're really fun to watch. I've been unable to get into Valorant since it launched, so my little CSGO loving heart has been able to live vicariously through them. Okay, it's Canine Companions, who is a service that provide people with disability animals and dogs free of charge. That's lovely. He's saying right in my fucking soul, isn't he? That's just personal, mate. Oh shit, I got him! Fuck. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to capitalise it, unfortunately. I'm fucked. Oh, I'm not fucked! No, I'm fucked. I don't know why I jumped off my horse. That was very silly. Hey, Aeon, like, thank you for sticking around during the break. It's always a pisser when we have technical problems because we lose a bunch of people. So I really appreciate you hanging out, alright? To be continued. To be continued. Oh. But yeah, so Wheeler Dealer, when he came on in, I was just talking about how, like, someone asked me, like, you know, about my my success in 2024, and I'm just like, I don't know. Stubborn refusal to die. I still owe the Longship a lot of nonsense from Slugfest, including Sexy Roman Getup, a stream of Sneak King, as I'm sure you remember, the, we'll call it infamous Burger King video game, and I have to revisit the Hot Pepper Challenge. So like, and oh, through? That's shenanigans. Okay. Let's do this like we mean it. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, so someone stopped fucking around, i.e. him. Okay. That's what we were hoping for. There's the big hit! Oh, he's got maggot eyes. I don't like that. Oh, horse, you are going to be one of... Here come the ghosts. Ooh! Crispy ghost, no! Oh, fuck you, dude! I shall take 1,000 years to sip upon my beverage. Splat! Ooh. Everyone knows Sneak King was the best stealth game of 2006. We'll just have to revisit them all. Now, Double Agent was the one with the incredible co-op, right? Because I think back to a lot of the Splinter Cell series, and if we're being honest with each other, some of them were really fucking mid. But I remember that co-op one being so good. Chaos Theory was the co-op one, okay. Double Agent was the beginning of the mid. Okay, thank you. I got way more into Rainbow Six Vegas and Vegas 2. Me and my mate Dell, I have a mate Dell, we just used to while away like a whole ass weekend on Rainbow Six Vegas. We just put it on hardest difficulty, Vegas 2, and just churn through it. It was fucking brilliant. Had a bloody great time in that. Right up the bum! Didn't like that, did you? Is he thumping or is he firing? Oh, he's firing. Oh, he's mad. It's alright. Now it's less okay. Oh, he big mad. In some areas in the DLC, my puppies just decide they're not doing anything. That was rude. See if I can use him to set the dogs off. As he was summoning the skellies, I forgot he does a breath attack as well. Fucking hell. Oh, fuck you, mate.
I might not be ready for this guy.
But yeah, jumping back, if you didn't play it back in the day, Rainbow Six Vegas 2 had a little feature where you could use your Xbox camera to put your face on your guy, which is very funny. And the terrorist hunt was basically like Horde mode, but Rainbow Six style. And they were so difficult. But that was what kind of made them fun. Like a lot of other Horde modes that were added to other games, where it's always about like clearing it and clearing it. With this, it was, could you do it? I think the first time we cleared one of the levels on Terrorist Hunt was like, Jesus. Probably we were playing that for months before we got a victory. So, probably going to stop using the Dragon Rot at this point. Hey! There's a fucking friendly face! Hero to the people, Dan Jones! What and welcome, friends! Do you see that dragon? Hang on, let me move the alerts. Do you see that dragon? He's been fucking up my evening. He crashed my PC, and he called my guinea pigs a shit. So I'm gonna fucking kill him. How are you? Arazen Gamlords! Shit, 2 for 2! Greetings, raiders! Fucking dragon knows what he's done. I'm gonna kick his ass. But, okay, so Arazen... Gamblord. Gamblord, I feel like we've met. I probably chatted in DJ stream. Sweet Rat Boy. Cooksplody. Raz... Watto and welcome, friends. DJ, how was your stream? What were you up to? Gamblord, were you streaming with DJ, or is this just a crazy random happenstance? And Sammy, thank you for the follow. So tell me your tales. But seriously, all of you, thank you for coming on in. We had a pretty quiet start earlier today, and then my PC ate shit. Meaning that we went from, a reasonable evening to, about 12 people if we count all the slug cats behind me. Okay, so Gam and Dan were doing a Kingdom Hearts 2 rando race. Okay. Do you both race with the same seed, or is it like whatever gets thrown at you? Kind of curious on that one. Same seed, okay. Well, to those of you that have just popped up, if we haven't met, it's lovely to meet you. My name's Will, I stream for a living, I've worked in video games for 1 million years. At least it feels like it. And if there's anything that doesn't involve programming or art about the games industry you want to know about, ask me, because I fucking love to talk about it. Earlier on today we were talking about essentially why Elden Ring is brilliant. I know it's a topic we come back around on, but, the TLDR is that FromSoft didn't just, ask for $1 squillion and then make an Elden Ring, right? I know that they've been making games for donkey's years, but their bread and butter was smart, focused, affordable games for a very long time, and they've worked up to Elden Ring, where even the DLC the DLC is more game than most games put out. It's fucking gorgeous and I love it. And that's what we're chatting about. And then my PC shit the bed, so here we are. How are you? Tell me your tales. I'll take a moment here in the grass, just in case anybody wants to tap on out, if you haven't gone through the DLC or what have you, or if you just want to have a little natter. Yo, Bryce. So I know you've seen Lunacid, but if you miss Kingsfield, let me put Dungeons of Blood and Dream in your wheel well. You are trapped in a mage's... You are trapped inside the prison dream, inside a mage's mind. And going through kind of like a Kingsfield first-person roguelike, you have to try and escape this impossible concept you've been caught in. It's fucking cool. Version 1 came out this week, and the hook is, rather than just weapons, you get rings. But depending on what finger you put each ring, it changes what it does. So you just experiment. And you can also get like a bird that will land on your hand, or like you can cut off a finger for extra power, but then you lose a ring. It's fucking good. And it isn't Kingsfield. It's not like Lunacid, but it feels like playing Kingsfield. I don't know a better way to describe it. Emotionally, it's Kingsfield's weird, punkier, like, sibling. Yeah, no, it feckin' slaps. Oh, other thing, if you're new here, I am not a good friend to have if your goal is to play less video games or buy less video games. I am not helpful for sleep or alcohol intake. Okay. Oh, sorry, and Mondo Decay. What and welcome. Sorry, friends, everybody's coming in. I'm real happy. Because, as I'm sure those of you who stream understand, whenever you have, like, fucking technical problems, it just knocks the wind out of your sails. Much like this fucking this fucking undead dragon over here. I keep fucking up simple stuff, but my my dragon hunting dogs are kind of not liking this battlefield. So yeah. Aside from that, friends, this week is insanely good for releases. Like, insanely good for releases. So, if somehow you don't have enough video games to be playing. Oh, Lizzie, you fucking legend. Thank you. So I can do proper credits at the end. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Thank you. So yeah. You all want to see me fight a fucking dragon? Oh, the maggot eyes I did not like. I'm kind of hoping we kill it without having to hit it in the weak spot. Okay, I've got an idea. So first, summon the dags. Then we bless the dags. Yeah, that well-known franchise. Lorela. Ah, fuck it, I can't even say it. Never mind. Joke's over. Everybody go home. Oh. Okay, we didn't need to do that, but all right. Let's go start some shit. Yeah, do your big roar. Oh, look at me! I'm a great big dragon! Oh, look at me! I'm doing dragon shit! There's your big three. I don't know your game, mate. Fuck. Alright, dogs, I need you to distract him for me. Fucking camera! Shit, I didn't think that was gonna go back. Alright, so he's summoning in the dragon. He's summoning in the undead now. Fuck. Oh, his head's too high. Get the fuck out of dodge. Ugh. It's alright, you might... How? Fucking how? Did you see that targeted fucking beam? Shenanigans. Shenanigans! Oh yeah, and as Lizzie was asking, so who won? Like, who won the race? Certainly wasn't me and a fucking dragon. Ah, Uranu. Ooh, Vavu. Dad eked it out by 2 health bars. Must have been a good race. I'm trying to think of games that I would consider doing, like, you know, challenge races for. But they're mostly things like, you know, I Am Your Beast, Post Void, Neon White, that kind of thing. Games that are already about racing. The only thing I really want to do is another round of the... Oh, actually, Blessed Puppies was a smart move, though. Fucking Zumbinis. Zumbinis! Alright, we'll save the dragon rot for if I actually start doing well. Go on, do your roar. Oh, look at me! I'm a dragon! Oh, I love roaring! Oh, I'm so fighty! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! There we go, that's better. This is more like our dragon fighting style. Oh, I thought he was, sorry, I thought he was doing his dragon, his undead summon there. There we go, now the undead are in. Oh, my face! Fucking... I think he might be mad at me. Alright, it's alright. Is it half health? Like, the one good thing about his bullshit is that there's so much friendly fire. Oh! Sorry if the camera is giving anybody the spins. I know it's giving me the proverbial GBs, both Hebe and otherwise. Fork. Fork! Yeah, right in your fucking gob, mate. Run, Kazar! Run! Sorry, I named my horse Kazar because Torrin. No, I know, I think I'm funny. Woohoo! In trouble. Just hear that fucking deep fryer going off behind me. Go on, do your spin. Where you wanna. Oh, come on! Piss! Very doubtful. Thank you kindly for the lurk. You got so many people who are lurking up in here. It's really cool of you all. Never give up. Never surrender. I had that one. I just should have backed on out when we had the fire going. Oh, just a quick show of hands. How many of you have finished the Elden Ring DLC? I'm just kind of curious, because I know Stooge and some peeps were talking about it earlier. I know Hindle and peeps have, but it's... One thing that's really surprised me is how many people have bought and fucking loved Elden Ring, but how few people have finished the whole thing. And that's not a critique, it's just something I find kind of fascinating, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, look who's bitey. You know what? I need to just not run my mouth. Do you know there are people who can fight bosses without getting themselves fucking wrecked? It is actually possible. Kill all of my fucking dogs already. Oh, I might be in trouble. Alright, alright. Alright, we've done more with less. We've done more with less. So we can... And fuck that one ghost in particular, I guess. I know you want it. Okay, so we're gonna go for the old... Demon Feedy special. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Basically, run between his legs, piss him off enough that he starts doing all kinds of mad bullshit. Oh, look, it's Skelly Dave. What's up, Skelly Dave? Get fucked, Skelly Dave. I'd say it's nothing personal, but it fucking is. That's the mages taken care of. Whoa! I love the fact that he'll just tear through his own skellies, though. That does not stop being funny. Okay. Oh, they fucking... They gave him the old get down, Mr. President treatment. away, run away, run away! It's alright. What's the old saying? You have to get lucky every time, but I just have to get lucky once. Battle of attrition and all that. Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh. Fucking hell. It's really hard to tell when he's going to do that big cook everybody AoE. I couldn't see over the hill. But yeah, sorry, casting my eyes back over. Evil Geek was just saying they're bad about going back to play DLC, because normally good DLC drops late enough they want to start over instead of resuming. Okay. I'm very doubtful. That does sound like a great pitch for a podcast. We're also out of Dragon Grease. So thick. Guess I'm just gonna have to do it the slow and old way. A Square Peg, welcome back. Watto and welcome. I'm trying to beat this fucking dragon. I'm getting real close, but I keep falling for his like super whooper AoE. Puppy's active now. I don't appreciate how he's got basically half a mausoleum crammed up his grundle right now. But just take cheeky swipes at his banana carriage. Everything I learned from dragon fighting, I learned from Big Top Burger. What's your plan? It sounds like it could be the big blast wave one. See what I mean? It's so hard to know when he's going to really wreck my fucking day. Protect me, Big Stone. Fucking what? Hey, where are the dogs? Has anyone seen my my squad of attack hounds? Here you are! Literally dragon hunting dogs. Literally trained for this. Fuck. Okay, okay. Calm. Going on through, going on through. Get fucked, skellies, get fucked. I've just got to be super careful whenever he does breath nonsense and stop being so fucking gung-ho about... It's because I did so good against some of the other dragons in the DLC. I've gotten cocky. What's the thing from Darkest Dungeon? Overconfidence is awesome and has no downfalls. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how the quote goes. Okay, get the fuck out of dodge. Wait until the dragon fire is... the ghost fire, I should say, is concluded. You run out of undead, buddy. His attention's focused on the dogs. Like it's supposed to be. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Ah! Okay, that's his big fire. And that's cool. That's me taking big fire to the face. Damn it! Ah!
I was doing real well there.
And somebody just turned on a fucking gas hose in my face, like... No! Very doubtful. That doesn't sound right. The dragon's mean on purpose? That sounds weird. In fairness, I have hunted all of his kind, both living and unliving. Take a little dragon break just outside of town. And it is Wednesday today, right, folks? Angel Kalina, what and welcome. Is it midnight salad o'clock? Fuck yeah. Ah, I don't have night cheese. What a fool I am. And Angel Cleaner, I'm glad that you had a lovely evening.
Mess with the undead dragon, and you get the bone. Wait, that doesn't sound right.
You knew exactly what you were saying there, Bacon. Don't pretend otherwise. So yeah. Good evening, one and all. I didn't have too much in the way of souls to lose. Says me. You know what? I said I was going to take a dragon break, and I didn't do that. Fuck. Oh, right in the eye! Okay, this is good. Puppies, get the fuck out! I got dog blocked. I got dog blocked! I was doing so well. Man, the fucking... My dragon hunting dogs are not giving it their all tonight. Oh, no, Fred's correct. I said I would take a break from killing dragons, which I clearly have. Let's take a moment. I wonder if I've got anything I can... Any spells that are good against dragon. Because Ghost Flame Breath is pretty worthless, but I wonder if I can, like... electrify... I need kind of like Holy. Dragon Bolt might work. Undead can't be affected by madness because they're dead. Anyway, so yeah. Happy Wednesday to you all. Oh, and Doubtful, thank you for the look. Again. Oh, I might need to get some more water in a second. That's the weird thing of whenever you have like a technical break, it throws your brain off because you're like, when did I start? When did I last drink water? What's an aluminum falcon? Oh, Lyris, thank you for filling the pint glass. Scratches away ever so slightly at Baron's rule. And Verdant, had I won, that would have been a great one-liner against that dragon. That would have been a great one-liner against that dragon. But I didn't win. I got my ass kicked. I take it regular. Regular fire is really good against dragons. You can't really rot a corpse. It's already rotting. Can you freeze a corpse? That seems mildly effective. I'm gonna try electrify. Because I don't have a lot of resources and dragon grit to go through. Oh, so Verdant, I was thinking like in, how in a lot of zombie media, when frozen corpses just kind of go into like a torpor state, they can't do anything, so they just essentially like, I don't know if you can say it's undead hibernation, but that's the equivalent. Oh, and here's the thumbnail. Boosh. You can see some little firefight going off in the distance. Oh, Lyris, that's really cute. Topping you put on a pint. Oh. And yeah, friends, like, as I was saying earlier on, I'm sorry I don't have any, like, fun, super cool stories for you all. Wish I did. But honestly, it's just been helping Fiona move and, trying to recover as best a person can, Okay, lightning's not a bad shout. How I swung there and hit nothing, I do not know. But this run is not going according to plan. Say shout out to the dogs for being a wonderful distraction. Oh, I wasn't quick enough. I was not quick enough. See, now I'm determined to kick dragon ass. Also, I just realised I can take my shoes off because I don't have to do last dog walks tonight. Okay. This also means that the only thing that's standing between me and this dragon's demise is my stubbornness. Yeah, take that! Shoes. I'm not even collecting the souls from these guys because I keep dying. Yeah, Bacon, we saw the health bar move. It can bleed, it can die. Well, the thing is, it's a dragon. I'm good at killing dragons. I've been unnaturally good at killing dragons since we started this. I mean, this sword is based on the Dragon Slayer. Now, is there anybody here who doesn't know the story of this sword? And yes, I am asking, so I have an excuse to tell the story. Okay, so Lyris, this sword is based on Guts' sword from Berserk. The team at FromSoft have made it no secret they love Berserk, and it has been a huge inspiration to their whole kind of like dark gothic versus impossible monsters vibe that just oozes out of fucking chest wound I now have. That oozes out of like Dark Souls. Now, this sword I'm using... Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Honestly, I'm just going to wail his feelies. Either he dies or I die. I died. Yeah, Evil Geek. Evil Geek there is quoting the original. It was too big to be called a sword. Massive, thick, heavy, and far too rough. Indeed, it was a heap of raw iron. So, without spoiling Berserk, because Berserk is still worth reading. It does require every content warning under the sun, but it is still worth reading, because it is ultimately about overcoming anger and hatred, but that's another story. Anyway. So after Guts becomes as Guts becomes the Black Swordsman, he recuperates with an old blacksmith who used to be one of the finest blacksmiths in the land, like, you know, in the king's court of smiths. And his fall from grace came around a contest to design a sword that could kill a dragon. And every other craftsman in the land came up with these flourished gold and silver numbers encased in jewels and fancy, you know, carvings and etchings and whatnot. But no, our man here, and I want to say got it, but that might be brain rot on my part. He thinks about it logically. He's like, what would it actually take to cut the hide of a dragon? If dragons were real... Oh, it is got it. Okay. If dragons were real... How could you even harm one? And so he crafts something that looks like this. A gigantic slab of sharpened metal. An impossible weapon that most folks wouldn't be able to even move, let alone lift. And the king takes it as a personal insult. As if to say the king is too weak to wield a blade. Too weak to face a dragon. And so he is shunned and cast out of society. Eking out his days as in a little blacksmith hut and looking after his adopted daughter. And Guts eventually finds this, and there's a great moment where you see him with full crazy eyes going, oh, you've been holding out on me. But there's also this other thing in Berserk that's quite fascinating, which is that a dragon isn't just a form of wyvern. A dragon is an idea. A dragon is a dragon. Because it is a creature so impossibly powerful that you can't kill it. Once you slay a dragon, once you take the Dragon Slayer in hand, the creature ceases to be a dragon once killed. It's a weapon that not only slays your foes, but destroys the very idea of them. And later on, as Guts comes up against these increasingly impossible creatures, you know, like every fucking Dark Souls game, when you see them, they're impossible. There's a lot of bosses in this game that feel invulnerable and immortal by their sheer imposing stature and concept. until you fucking kill them, and they ain't shit beneath your shoe. Alright? Except for Melania, she still has my heart. But that's not the point. The point is, like, every boss in Dark Souls is an impossible dragon until you slay it. Yeah, I mean, Red Burning Dragon, there are lots of people here, probably yourself included, that can talk better about, like, the history and etymology of dragons in popular myth. But in Berserk, that particular concept stuck with me. You know, when it enters into the Black Swordsman arc, there are these impossible creatures, and people live in fear or are dominated by them or consumed by them because they seem impossible. Dragons are unkillable. Until you do. Then they ain't dragons anymore. See? I still hold hope we'll get more cool Berserk stuff. I did think the Golden Arc movies were very good. I do love the original 80s anime with my whole heart. And sometimes when I'm really drunk, I put the opening on and I have like a happy cry. Because I'm a dog like that. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me what you say. But it's interesting because Berserk is one of the most influential manga when it comes to any kind of like fantasy, gothic fantasy, etc. Like, it shaped so many games, so many ideas. I'm not saying it was the first thing to have big guy with sword, but there's a certain vibe to Berserk that when you encounter a game that has it, like, it's incredible. Like, Sword of the Berserk on the Dreamcast is arguably the blueprint for what we would get from a modern Souls-like game. And that one is fascinating because... Sorry, you've set me off talking about Berserk. Surprise! I've actually read it all, and... yeah, I still think, for all the fucking horror, it's still worth it. But anyway, Sword of the Berserk on the Dreamcast has an incredible feature to it that I still think about, and that FromSoft very much lifted liberally, and that is the space and physicality of a sword fight. See, Guts has this fucking thing. Even earlier on in, like, the Golden Age arc, he still has a whopping great big broadsword. Like, an impossibly large claymore of swords. And the interesting thing about Sword of the Berserk is that it starts probably closer to, like, a Dynasty Warriors title than, say, like a Soulsborne. But, you know, you're facing people and some creatures and you're just fucking cutting them down. Until you start having to fight in, like, close quarters and environments where the terrain is changing. And suddenly, even though this thing, this huge slab of metal you have, can cleave through anyone, it's a fucking liability now, because in a tight corridor, what can you do? Well, that's when you have to resort to your crossbow in your arm, or any of your other, like, your throwing knives, or what have you. Okay, Evil Geek. I hadn't read that interview, but it makes sense. The artist, the creator behind Berserk, said in interviews that he originally designed the big sword as a gimmick, but then he thought about how all big swords are just drawn big and not used with that giant physicality. Yeah, both Black Clover and there's another that has a kind of a prominent big sword, and the guy's flinging it around like it's not even a LARP sword, and it makes my wrists hurt to look at it. There's one incredible bit in Berserk where using a fucking cannon in his arm, and the momentum of that plus the gigantic sword, he cleaves through something that should be impossible. Like, the weight plus basically a cannon-propelled spinning top of murder. Oh, and yes, sorry, Burning Dragon has put in one of my favourite little facts that I should have mentioned. But yes, in Monster Hunter, the title of Elder Dragon is a category of monster that doesn't fit anything else. That it's Elder Dragons are just a step beyond in power and concept. Like the Kirin, the unicorn, is considered an Elder Dragon because it commands the it commands the heavens. It doesn't hit you with lightning. It summons lightning from the sky. So yeah. And the other thing that I think about a lot is Berserk's whole theme is struggle and sacrifice. Like, ultimately, Guts' whole arc is heartwarming because he goes through struggle and he goes through sacrifice and he chooses... I wouldn't say he chooses good over evil. He chooses hope in the end. He chooses what matters. Like, but up until that point, like, up until Guts' whole story is one of constant, unending struggle. You know, by day he is shunned by the people because he is the Black Swordsman. The creatures that whisper into the ears of men have them all fearing him. By night, the brand on his neck summons demons from whatever the surrounding area is, creatures, spirits, what have you, because he has been marked for sacrifice. So he knows no rest. It is a constant, unending battle. And there's something about how Souls games push you forward into these repeated loops that, in actuality, Souls games are incredibly forgiving. It's just you have to not give up. Right? So Verdon says, how would a video game of Berserk differ from Dark Souls and Elden Ring? Well, I mean, so Verdon, we have Dark Souls and Elden Ring, so here's how I would do it, right? You have the power to give me the Berserk IP, bam. One, we base it all around Guts, and, you know, we... I take some pulls from Sifu. Without getting into too much spoiler territory, there's certain things that Guts uses that takes a real toll on him. And rather than the idea of Guts getting physically older, it's... You can progress through many boss fights, but the things that you use along the way make it harder and harder. So eventually, as you go back, it's your mastery of this gigantic blade, of these throwing knives, of all the tools of the trade that you have. That's what takes you forward. So rather than it being about, you know, you picking the sword, you upgrading the equipment, you fighting these monsters, it's about learning and understanding Guts' struggle. If that makes sense. Because you could do something basic with it. Hell, you could do a really good side-scroller if you really wanted to. But I think that Guts' story... I think we have both the understanding of mechanics now and the audience that would love something like that. So yeah. Like, I'd create something where Guts' struggle is fucking hard, but never impossible. Like, my design ethos, if we're picking like the 3-point, like the Triforce of, Guts must always be struggling. Guts must never be truly defeated. No game overs, no you died. Something else must explain this whole saga and this whole arc. And Guts' goal throughout the game is not to defeat but overcome. So, I like Sifu's system of it encourages you to mastery, but it allows you to be spongy. So Orzine, I'm kind of tempted to almost use like the whole, the spirit of the Berserk as a reset point. So the idea is that when it overtakes, that's where you get pulled back, where you have to snap yourself out of it. I don't know. Because Guts' a character, it's not about mastery, it's about perseverance, right? God, I'm doing a terrible job of explaining Berserk. There's a lot of chapters. Berserk's really fucking good. Give it a read. But Berserk can kind of be split into 3 main phases, and you have the Golden Arc, which is the story of Guts joining the Band of Hawk, meeting Griffith and all the other characters. And the Black Swordsman arc is him initially on a quest for violent, bloody revenge, and then ultimately choosing a better path. Again, try not to spoil too much. But the thing is, by the time he gets this big fucking slab of metal, by the time he is the Black Swordsman, he has fucking mastered combat. You know, the Band of the Hawk was a group of mercenaries so successful that they were poised to be knighted and officially recognized by the king because they were unfucking stoppable. Guts could not be stopped in, like, mounted combat, siege combat. You know, he was called, the Century Killer, because he killed 1,000 people single-handedly. That's before he's even the Black Swordsman, right? So, the arc of Berserk that's worth picking up, yeah, and Griffith did the thing. Wish you hadn't done the thing, Griffith. Fucking albino shitlord. Worst crush I've ever had. Anyway. Sorry. So from the point that we gain Guts, it's not like he's learning how to fight these creatures. So I wouldn't want a system where it's about leveling and upgrades and things like that. So it'd probably be closer to your, like, a chunkier Devil May Cry, you know. You already have a set moveset, but you learn additional elements. Yes, Sekiro. Thank you, Burning. You know, you gain some new abilities to counter new things thrown at you. But, you know, you're already a fucking legend when the game begins. And yeah, the other is I would create a narrative reason for why you don't get killed. I would come up with some narrative conceit that you are never defeated, but you are always struggling. Lyra says, where's the best place to go for the manga? I don't know where online you can read it, because it's not... Because it's... I want to say Dark Horse that published it? Let me look. While this undead dragon fucks about in the background. So, Dandelion, we can visit Turtle Pope. Turtle Pope's a good dude. He's probably one of the few, like, out-and-out good characters in FromSoft's repertoire. So I think Dark Horse Digital might sort you out. Lizzie, you're right. We would definitely not suggest looking at archive.org. But I will say, like, Lyris, once you start reading Berserk, and again, when I say every content warning, I mean every content warning. But once you start reading it, you'll notice that it influenced everything. Like, there are very... Like, if it is fantasy, and it is modern, it has been influenced by... You know, obviously the... Like, the Japanese manga industry, predominantly, but video games... Video games own so much to Berserk. Oh man, I really pissed him off this time. There's the 2, there's the 3, there's the face. Oh, it's the face. Fuck! Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Gave me a fucking haircut there. Yes! Oh, fuck you guys! One of the skellies stabbed me in the kidneys. But yeah, sorry friends, I will talk ad infinitum about Berserk. One of my very first partners was the one that got me into Berserk. I got them a little plastic bayonet for Christmas one year. And like, the weird thing about Berserk is that how strangely it's been adapted. So, like I said, Berserk has like 3 arcs. The first arc has been adapted multiple times. The TV show is predominantly the Golden Age. Then the movies, the 3 movies were a retread of the Golden Age. And then the often mocked newest CGI animation was some of the Black Swordsman arc. And there's parts of the new CGI one that are really good. The sound of the Dragon Slayer hitting things is fucking perfect. However, they definitely spent their budget on fighting animations. And that's okay. And that's okay. Look who's grumpy now. Dogs! Dogs! Okay, I don't know what interrupted me there. Oh, it was a shadow dog. Fucking brilliant. Fuck. Yeah, no, Evil Geek. I wholeheartedly agree. See, Berserk is a great example of how, like, manga and sometimes video games have a real advantage over television and animation because you can take your time. Now, the Japanese manga industry drastically underpays its artists, right? And it has been well documented that the conditions in which manga is created are vastly unhealthy, said Will, completely downplaying the reality of it. So I'm not trying to say that the Japanese manga industry is great and good with no flaws. Just wanted to clean that up. But manga as a form of storytelling can be produced far quicker than animation and video games and live action TV and things like that. And so with Berserk, if you didn't have this traditional, like, I hate to say Game of Thrones, because, you know, R.R. Martin was still, you know, he was still farting about with other concepts long before, you know, Berserk was big news. Sorry, like, Berserk was kicking ass long before old Georgie Boy was wrecking Lannisters and redding weddings. But yeah, everything that happens in the Golden Arc is so foundational. Like, Guts wouldn't be the Black Swordsman without everything that the Golden Arc made him into. Man, I can taste that guy's fucking breath. Where are the puppies? There are the puppies. Okay. Just gonna take a quick break. Give myself some more lightning! You puppies awake now? Ah! Oh, you won't dickhead! Okay, puppies. Puppies! Puppies no blocking. Puppies no blocking. Alright, I need him to come off the hill though. Or we can just deal with these wankers now. I was talking a real good game. Real good game. I will say, I don't know at what point Berserk became more accessible, but I will say that at least in the last few years, the amount of people I've seen who have picked up like the museum grade volumes of Berserk and people who have been talking about it more makes me real happy. And I used to feel like a bit of a loon because, like, despite its influential nature, Berserk only ever had 2 games. One on the PS2 that was really fucking mid, and one on the Dreamcast which fucking slapped, which was Sword of the Berserk. Since then, we've had like Dynasty Warriors Berserk, and that's fine. Like, you could play it and have a great time, and I will not judge you. But to me, it feels like Berserk Pachinko, but instead of little steel balls, it's like punching things in the face. It's the war. It's fantastic. Berserk edition. You know? And here's the thing, I could talk to you about the tragedy of Skull Knight until dawn breaks. And Geographic, happy birthday, friend. Therapy sword's going real well. I keep letting this dragon kick my ass. So I'm being a bit of a dingus, but I'm doing good. Oh, no special. It's one of the ghost flame dragons. It's this one here. It is definitely an ghost flame dragon. Now you get me with that? Wow, okay. I guess when I called him a bit shit, he took it personally. Fucking hell. And we were just talking about Berserk, because I asked Lyris if they knew the story of the Dragon Slayer sword, and that gave me free fucking reign to talk about one of my favourites. And Geographic, I don't need help. I've already slain a myriad of dragons, and I've already taken out a Ghost Flame Dragon. I now have Ghost Flame Breath. I just, this week has taken a lot out of me. We started very late, and I keep letting my concentration wane. And that's why I'm not stressed, but like, this dragon's not that good. I just keep being lazy. I just keep being lazy. And sometimes my ghost hunting dogs, sometimes my dragon hunting dogs decide that they want to be butts. Yeah. But again, Lyris, I know I've said this like twice. I am going to say it one more time. When I say Berserk needs all content warnings, that's not like a... You know, if I'm telling you about content warning, it's a real one. I think if you check the Does the Dog Die page for Berserk, it just says yes. I'm trapped in a wing! No, I'm not gonna make it. Fuck you, dude. He's gonna be right pissed at me now. Three. There's the third. Yeah, roar it up, fuzzball. Oh, shit. I fell for that one. See, that's what I say when I mean my concentration keeps waning. Like, I know that move. He's done it so many times. one of my dragon hunting dogs up. Okay, so... Oh, fuck you. What? Ha, take that, ghosts who spawned me earlier. Oh, I'm fucked. Fuck! Yeah, well, and Orchazini, the thing that I appreciate, but it does mean that you're kind of committing to reading Berserk, is that ultimately the message of it as a story, at least as I interpret it, is a positive one. You know, it is the story about everything bad happening to one guy and his friends. But I think one of the important things about it is that, I don't know, again, it's hard to talk about it without, like, spoiler town. Like, Guts is simultaneously defined by and overcomes his trauma in the arc, and not just by... Yeah. And I think that's the important one. Too much of Animu, it's like... Trauma isn't trauma, it's munition put into Protag Kun's, you know, punch gun arm, right? But don't get me wrong, I fucking love Chainsaw Man. But I was just like, how many fucking terrible traumatic things are they going to load into this child just so we can do chainsaw-y cool shit? And I understand that Chainsaw Man is also a parody of a lot of them. It's just, it's the easiest shorthand I can think of. Like, I don't know. We were joking about, like, anime manga talk the other day, and someone mentioned how the entirety of Naruto would have been a completely different series if what's-his-face, old Grampy, Chief Ninja, fucking hell. What's-his-face? With the monkey stick. If he had actually been, like, present in his life and not just shit on him and left him in a room with cup noodles. Thank you, Ultrazini. I'm glad one of us remembers. No, not Pervy Ninja. Pervy Ninja is the closest we get to kind of like surrogate good dad. And I guess Kakashi as well. But my point is, like, that kid has spent a lot of time alone throughout their whole life. Yes, the Hokage. Old man Hokage. Like, he did some shit stand-in parenting there. But then still, you know, we see this guy use the power of friendship no jutsu to save the world. And hey, I'm not shitting on that. A story where ultimately seeing past hatred and seeing past anger and revenge and only seeing the person and appealing to that. And the idea that if we could just empathize enough, like, we could solve all things, is a lovely story. But again, this poor kid was left to eat cup noodle by himself in a room. It's like his parents kicked the bucket and Grandpa was like, I shall take care of you now. Puts him down in the middle of an empty room. So there's the kettle. You're going to want to learn that's hot. That's how you make your ramen. Yeah, we don't talk about Boruto. We don't talk about Boruto. The series ended. It was very good. The end. Boruto did explore some interesting stuff at the beginning, like the difference between, you know, our main boy who grew up a neglected orphan, and then this kid growing up not just in a complete household, which is lovely, but growing up in the shadow of his dad, the guy who tamed the greatest tailed beast, who was one of the two ninjas that won the greatest ninja war of all time. You know. And the pressures that would put anybody under. Plus, you know, the differences in, like, Kakashi's generation grew up in pure wartime. Naruto's grew up in kind of like a Cold War. And then Boruto is just a kid growing up that just happens to be in a village full of ninjas. And I think they could have explored some really interesting elements. But just kidding! Just kidding, we're gonna copy-paste, and everything's bad. In fact, the kid you were rooting for to win his dream, to become chief greatest ninja Hokage, we're gonna make that the worst part of his fucking life. Alright? Opposite of Berserk. He got what he wanted, the thing he dreamed about, and it shit up his life. Sorry, I have opinions. Anyway, I am way too sober to start pitching you the Will wants to make a Naruto game that I'd never be allowed to. They'd never give me the license. Puppets! Let's kill this fucking dragon. I should say, I was, and I probably would still consider myself a big Naruto fan. Ah, tail whip to start. Wasn't expecting that. So, like, a lot of my critique does come from a place of love. Because Naruto dropped for me around the time we saw, like, the great explosion of, like, manga online. You know, a lot of the fan translation groups were coming into their fruition at that, into their own at that point. And it's like there had to be something to watch between. There we go! Between drops of bleach. Puppies, no! Don't puppy block me. Okay, firstly, fuck off. You know what? I'm just going to top up me lightning. He does not like it. But yeah, anyway, I'm just saying that so that you don't think I'm just hating. You fucking skeleton wankers! I actually got a date with somebody once because back in the day, I wanted to buy a second-hand PS2 from CX in Tottenham Court Road. And while I was deciding what games I was going to get, this lass jumped ahead of me in the queue and picked up the one I was going to get. Oh no, I'm fucked. Not fucked! And so, I lamented this. And then while we were waiting around in queue to pay for our varying ones, because I just had to get a regular PS2 instead of a Slim, she pulled out a, forgive my pronunciation, the Sharingan wallet. No. Not letting this slide. Got him. There we go! Ha ha! First time, every time. First time, every time. Oh, the skeletons are not dead. Hey, shouldn't you fuckos be dead now? Okay. No! Nope. Not dying to you shits. Hang on, let me just kill these skellies first. Jobs are given. See what I mean? That dragon wasn't difficult. I just needed to stop fucking about. Apparently, talking about anime nonsense is a focusing agent. Who knew? Anyway, let's explore the area. No, I'm sure I've told you this a million times, but one of the reasons why I got so into Naruto and Bleach and a bunch of others that dropped around that time was I was a huge fan of Zombie Powder, which was the author behind Bleach. It was his previous work that was sadly cancelled after 4 volumes, leaving all the stories untold. However, a lot of the characters did get, I won't say reused, but they definitely found their footing in Bleach. Anyway, I got super into that around the time that, yeah, it was getting viable to access fan translations online. And so I ended up getting real into all of those. Like, you know, I would eke out times in my week. Aww. Hey, well, Chaunerus, I'm sorry it's been kicking your ass, friend. I can provide you company and conversation, and if you've got something to play and keep yourself busy, like, I fucking get that. I've, like I said, I've gone back to Tarkov, because the other games don't keep my brain and my hands occupied enough. I don't have enough men to hit in Hitman. You know what I mean? Too much waiting around. Okay. So we've not been down here. Ah, there's one of the spooky bastards. Kind of don't want to fight him. The spooky bastards are like nightmare teleporters, and they have insane murder powers. They can shadow step and assassinate, and they do both very liberally.
I have to get to bed. Thanks for the stream and for chatting about Berserk. Have a good night, everyone.
Lyrus, a good night to you, and thank you. I fucking love talking about this shit. You know, and I try not to bang on about it because a lot of us know, you know, Berserk and... Ha! Get fucked, bird. A lot of those mangas really well, and sometimes when people start to talk about, especially Berserk, they can get a little insufferable. I'm definitely one of those. So I try not to be insufferable, I guess. It's not quite House of Leaves. Although I will say now, anytime I'm watching like a video or like a video essay or a documentary or something, and House of Leaves gets mentioned, I'm just like, oh fuck. Okay. Fuck. I'm screwed. I'm fucking screwed. But I might be okay. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so those are the monsters I didn't want to fight. It has a spider for a face, and it makes my day bad. Seek down. I look down, it looks like I'm on a fucking cliff. Oh, there we go, seek down. So Chaunerus, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't do something. Chaunerus is asking if anybody thinks that Microsoft's going to be doing any like Black Friday or Cyber Monday deals. I don't see any reason why not. I don't know why I said it like that. Sorry, that came out super weird. Like... Oh, Angel Kalina, we'll go get some sleep, friend. You are all good. I'm always... First off, right. First off, right. All the more precious item ahead. Thank you, random stranger! It's been a long time since I found any longship messages. And, ooh... Grumpy worms. It was on day 40 of my adventures into Elden Ring where I encountered the sour gummy worms. I don't know how tough they are, but... Looks like they're about to explode on me, and I'm not about that. Okay. But yeah, sorry, Chaunerus, to answer your question, I think they will. Just because they were making a lot of noise recently about how, you know, they don't see a value in doing, like, an Xbox Super Pro anytime soon. So they might use this as a time to bolster their install base. But Lizzie is also right that, like, Black Friday, Cyber Monday kind of ceased to be a big deal, like a few years back. I think it's the same thing with the Steam sales, in that they now have data that... Oh, you're a dog. Well, you're not a dog. You're the ghost of a shit werewolf. Ooh, that is a spangly looking item. What could it be? Ooh, great glove work. When you positively need one of your little guys to be fucking cool. Sorry. Verdant says, and remember friends, don't confuse Cyber Monday with Cybering Monday. A lot of people on the other side of chat will get very, very upset. Especially in customer service. How is there a fucking tumbleweed here? Is he the main character? Am I his sidekick? How? How? You saw what we had to fight through. You saw everything we have gone through to stand on this fucking spot. How is there a fucking tumbleweed? Oh my word. Well, CCP Grey might, CGP, nah, they might be the source of that, but we are the evidence. Anyway, let's go back on down here. But yeah, I don't understand a lot about physical retail these days. I shouldn't say understand. I don't look into physical retail like I used to. Like, staying current with games news takes most of my research and focus. But I wouldn't be surprised if the whole Black Friday deals thing have changed because they realized that it was better to do general all-round sales. They were making more money from that, rather than having this rush and stampede moment. You know, perhaps everyone started to avoid Black Friday because of its reputation. Or maybe the online deals kind of took the sport out of it. You know. Hang on, what are you trying to tell me? Liar ahead. Yeah, I went that way. Okay, so everybody was trying to make sure I went and got the flower in the other area. Okay. One of the good things about, like, having Valve be so open about their research is we kind of know. So, like, a lot of people say that they miss how the Steam sales used to be, like the flash sales and being encouraged to pick up cool shit at a moment's notice. But Valve has shown us the data. Alright, where's the big version of you? I know he's coming. Sorry, Valve has shown us the data, and it shows that people buy more video games outside of without flash sales. Wary of prawn. Prawn! I'm just going to tell you all now, friends, don't eat that. Don't eat that shrimp. Don't eat that lobster. It's stanky. It lived in the dark, it died stanky. The end. You're already dead! Well, so Chonrus, I actually think there's potentially a way to do something in the digital space similar to Omega Mart, as like a gamification of retail, but in a fun way. You know, I've thought about this ever since Campo Santo put in a little feature where you could buy your photos. Admittedly, that's now gone, but for those of you who didn't know, you used to be able to buy like a printed pack of your pictures that you took playing through Firewatch. And it was fucking cool. And I think that kind of commodification... Hey, Ket, Watto and welcome! You know what? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're talking about everything and nothing tonight. I just beat an undead dragon that was not particularly difficult, but I wasn't particularly paying attention. So it was kind of like the stupid fighting the distracted. Well, so, Ket, before you came on in, we were talking about, like, is Black Friday, Cyber Monday worth picking up stuff up for? Predominantly from Microsoft was what Chonrus was asking. Then it kind of led on to, you know, how those days have kind of changed. They're no longer a time when, you know, people will brutalize someone's nan to get $400 off a TV. It's become something else, and that's fine. I don't know enough about retail to be able to comment in a useful manner, right? But I do know video games, and one of the things that was interesting is how, you know, and Valve have been very open about this, that since they moved away from... You're just a big old crabman. Since they moved away from doing, like, flash sales in the ilk, people actually buy more video games now during the Steam sales than before that. So like, it's not as fun. And the gamification stuff that they've done around Steam sales have mostly ended up with them doxing their own website. But people are buying more games. They have empirical evidence. And I wonder if it's the same. Then Shaunerus mentioned a Megamart that's like gamification of sales. And I was like, I don't think there's necessarily a bad thing around that, depending on how it's done. Right? And so a Megamart, you can buy all the novelty brand stuff. Right? It's designed more as an experience. It's I want to call it a tourist trap, but it's something you go and do. It's a big fucking deal. And I think you could do something similar in games. Like, we've kind of touched on it, but no one's really super committed. So, like, World of Warcraft had the figure prints back in the day. Oh. Just like turning it on. This is going to be another one of those fucking duelists, isn't it? Now, let me see if I can find, like, a rest point on this island. I think that guy... and when you came on in, I was talking about how with Firewatch, you used to be able to buy the photos from your adventure in that game. And I really like that feature. You know, sadly, Sea of Thieves killed theirs before it even really got off the ground. But there was going to be a thing where if you completed your Sea of Thieves season, you could buy a commemorative coin. And look, I understand that there's a lot of... There's a lot of ways in which that kind of stuff could be used in nefarious means, but I also do like the idea of, you know... We're in close. Oh yeah, no, it's a nameless mausoleum. Alright. Beans, I'm out of that. Okay. Well, I'm just going to have to kick this guy's ass. Hold that thought. And if you're asking, did I just animate bullshit over her fire? Yeah, the fuck I did. Oh, yeah, Estus. Oh, no! I mistimed it there. So yeah, so Ket was saying it does sound like the Jackbox game where you can make t-shirts and have the option of getting real ones. Yeah, all the postcards and stuff like that. I don't know how much of those things are still going now, but I hope loads of them. She's about to have a much worse time, because now I get my stamina recharge potion and my kick the fuck out of you 7 times potion. Otherwise known as Bloodflame Blade. Yeah, I mean, Destiny have done the best ones, which is they did like specialized jackets and shit. Okay. How does the ground taste, little dancer? Okay. I win! First time, every time. Ooh, a dancing blade of Ranarr. Dancer's hood, dancer's dress, dancer's bracer, dancer's pants. And look at that, it's the dancer's fucking skull. I've always liked the idea of things that are either representative or track people's adventures. So, Ket, I would love something that was like a Sea of Thieves map. Or, like, in-game now in Sea of Thieves, they have, like, the captain's book. Something that was like, here's a picture of your ship and all the things that you have done with it to that point, right? That would be fucking cool.
Reactor online.
Hey!
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Guess you saved the last dance for HWR.
Ah, what you did there. I saw it. If I hadn't just cracked that poor person's skull in half with my gigantic therapy sword, then I wouldn't. Oh, that's another story. Excuse me, did you all see where that treasure was? Was it up over there? Okay, it's up over there. Kind of don't want to fight these big crabs. Legally, I don't think I have to. No, that guy does not like me. Alright, fuck you guys. Oh, wait. The only way to get out is to teleport. Never mind. Anyway, so to the Space Cadet of Seattle, what and welcome. How was your evening? Well, I guess, you know what, there's nothing, like... so Fiona has moved into their new place and is staying there for the first evening. So I'm getting updates on the puppies, and I'm going to send them updates on the guinea pigs. So it's kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. There's no dogs running around underfoot. I've realised that I don't have to do last walks. So really, the stream ends when we say it does, which is weird. And yeah. It's weird. Change always is. And I feel a bit bad because when Fiona was like moved, like they're coming over tomorrow to pick up more stuff and sort more things out. So it's not like, you know, it was a firm handshake and an eternal emigration. But I was fighting a dragon when they came in earlier, and I was like, I was almost winning. So I think my attention was in the wrong place. And yeah, and as you come on in, I'm talking about like customized merch around games and how much I love it. Like gamification of merch. See, the thing I wanted to jump back to that Shaunus was saying with a Megamart is that if you go to a Megamart, predominantly we're talking about Area 15 in Vegas, because I can't speak to the other ones. It's the only one I know about. But with that one, you walk in and it's a surrealist, like, I want to say art exhibition. That sounds way too arty-farty, but it's an interactive experience, right? And in the initial part of the Omega Mart, all the weird, made-up, fucked-up products, they are things you can buy. But if you go there, I'm told you have to go there early. Don't try and do this at the end of the night. But if you go there early enough, there is an ARG that you can get involved with, and there's stuff you can do, and there's like a hidden game. And if that then leads you to special stuff, well then, I don't know, I like that. It's kind of like, I hate the Kyber crystals, but I love getting Kyber crystals. I love the idea of getting Kyber crystals. You all familiar with Kyber crystals from Galaxy's Edge? Okay. Is anyone not familiar? Can I please talk about it? I want to talk about Kyber crystals! Oh, and actually, we did have a request to go go check in on our Pope friend. We haven't seen him in ages. Because if you don't want me to talk about the Kyber crystals at Galaxy's Edge, that's entirely fine too. In the plethora of white people who talk about Disneyland too much, I don't think my voice is necessarily needed. And what are we going to upgrade? I'm still getting 4 points of extra damage out of strength. I mean, I kind of have to, right? It's on brand. I'm not going to be able to get my arcane up to 50 for the super magic dragon breath. And yeah, Here he is. Here's a great big turtle pope. The nicest character in this whole fucking game.
Do you need anything?
That includes my wife, Ronnie. Nothing new? Nothing? Okay. But that's cool too. Okay. Yeah, the actual best Pope. Verdon, 100% agree. Although, okay, I don't know if you all saw the Vatican announced they're going to have an anime mascot. And I've realised that I'm not sure I'm okay with that. Because I thought it was really fucking funny that the Vatican was going to have like this little anime mascot with a trio of friends. And the design was really cool because like they have a shepherd's cane, but they also have like wellies and a raincoat because they're out in the elements handling sheep. I was like, alright, that's cute and well thought out. And then obviously the weird fan art started. That was funny. And then the cosplay has already begun. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But upon my scrolling through varying social media, I saw one, and it was the Vatican mascot blessing a bunch of knights. And I got real fucking weird Crusader vibes off of that immediately. I'm like, I'm getting the big ick here, friends. This is... like, whether they are doing it intentionally or unintentionally, you'll understand this is some Crusades type shit. Not like you... you know what I mean. A holy bus crusade is getting 6 drunk friends home at 1 o'clock in the morning before the kebab place closes. That is a holy bus crusade. And yes, the children's crusade was a real thing. Bacon, I'd be fine with the sexy cosplay. It's just the accurate cosplay blessing vaguely Crusader-themed knights. Made me really fucking uncomfortable. Oh, and just as an FYI, friends, because someone was saying that for New Game Plus we should do Running of the Numpties, I'm fucking down for that. We do have like a group password of Longship, if you want to leave messages or deaths specifically. Verdant Flow, there is a biblically accurate mascot. I forget who for. Or I might have seen it in the upcoming, like, What If Yakuza but Mascots in Japan game that looks real cool. I'm trying to remember now. Can't remember when we started this adventure and I had, like, 1 or 2 spells. God, now I have got, like, breaths aplenty, 4 kinds of madness. This is blood that also sets on fire. Who's not against that? Ket just said, you know, the sexy cosplay has a certain level of weirdness, you know, given some of the scandals the Catholic Church has been responsible for. They chose a child mascot. I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of... it feels like intentional branding, I'm not gonna lie. Shouldn't laugh, but I can't help it. Oh, no, Evil Geek. Uppercase L, my apologies. So we've got fire and ice. You know what, I'll slot the Ghost Flame just in there. Oh. Yeah, no, the memes have been great. It's just, it's that weird thing of, like... when people, like, cosplaying or otherwise are just, like, meme dunking on something. But then, in the process of memetic nonsense, it ends up becoming, like, a whole mess. You know what I mean? It's like through cosplay and then interacting with other cosplayers, creating things that are unintentionally really, I don't even want to say problematic, but like almost kind of like folding back into itself. You know. And yeah, seeing the little Vatican Chan or whatever their fucking name is blessing faux cosplay crusaders made me really fucking uncomfortable. The Ouroboros of the internet, forever eating its own tail. Okay, I don't know if I explored all of this. Oh, by the way, while I do have the Finger Ruins of Rhea for this area, I don't want to do that. Those are giant people fingers coming out the ground, and it is fucking gross. So, before you ask, yes, I will be putting that off for as long as humanly possible. But, okay, so we checked out all of this. That's where we fought the dragon? No, that's where we fought the dragon, I think. Yeah. So we checked out all of here, we checked out all of... Oh no, I made it as far as to there, so I haven't checked out any of that. So... I think what I'll actually do is come from down here, because I think there was a huge drop, which is why I didn't check out that yet. I still need to get that look. Okay. Yes, I assume, Ket, you mean like the Iscariot lot. Look, I ain't gonna be cosplay police, and I'm not ever gonna be telling people who they should or shouldn't be like creating systems of. And sometimes, you know, I survived the Homestuck era of conventions. I'm not gonna judge people for cringe or accidental cringe. It's just sometimes you see a picture and you're like, oh man, this isn't, but it feels like a dog whistle. Oh, you were talking... Oh, yes. Yeah, there's a photo of me at a con, and it was... Oh, what was it? It was Iron Sky was doing a promotion, and they had actual Nazis going around and posing with people. Sorry, I shouldn't. They had people in authentic, you know, SS uniforms going around and posing with people. Sorry. I want to make sure I'm choosing my words carefully. Fuck you guys. And, yeah, I'll be honest, well, at the time, you know, at the time, it was different. It was, because the whole point of Iron Sky is it's like, suddenly Hitler came from the moon. At this point, I don't think any of us would even blink if some Wolfenstein tier plot turned out to be real. And yeah, Ket, I'm with you there. This is the one time I kind of wish they'd just done Booth Babes. Oh, okay. So this is new. That guy's on fire. Those sheep are made of lightning. Welcome to Elden Ring. Do you think he goes in the water because he's on fire? Or because it doesn't affect him? That's another great thumbnail picture. But yeah. God, okay. If we're talking about eras of cosplay that were very uncomfortable, hands up, who survived the Hitalia fandom era of anime conventions? Like... Hitalia. So, okay, if you never saw it, Hitalia was fucking weird. The premise is kind of like each of the nations of Europe in World War II personified as cute anime boys. And it's like all the Axis powers live together, and it's fucking strange. Excuse me, I'm trying to kill you. Okay, he's not killing me. And something tells me just this once not to fucking murder that bug. Chorder said talking about Hitalia made their stream stutter. Stream's trying to save you. And like, yay, the era of yaoi paddles and glomps was a strange time in convention era, but that was like, that's how a lot of second wave anime fans be. I was with them, you know? Thankfully, my bones were a lot sturdier back then. I could survive a glomp or two. Not many. And the yaoi paddle person, at least at MCN Comic Con, was both an icon and a kind of like a gatekeeper. The very same person handing out those yaoi paddles was the one teaching, you know, paddle safety to a bunch of young, soon-to-be very scarred anime fans. Physically and emotionally. But yeah, so TLDR, Hitalia felt like a combination of the shittiest retelling of World War II combined with the insanity of XL Saga, if that means anything to you. I have no idea where we are, by the way. Is that a place we can go? It looks like it's a place we can go. The deer can walk on it. Alright, let me check up here first. And it was so fucking weird. But again, like, different times. It was cute boys, ha 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 ha, and their antics vaguely resembled the actions of the superpowers during World War II. But it hit upon this bizarre thread of like yaoi fandom and like European nationalism that to this day makes me very fucking uncomfortable. I think it's like, you know, to every generation a Slayer is born. To every convention there must be a yaoi dealer, right? Because yaoi paddle guy at MCM was also the person, you know, working the yaoi stand. Or I should say, like, all the, you know, the smut, all the smut, whether it be like official smut or God, I can never pronounce the term for like fan smut. It's on the list of like terms I learnt. Oh God. Terms I read without having people who understood how it's pronounced. Why am I doing it like this? Why am I doing this? No one is making me take the world's ricketiest fucking stairs up here. Okay, that's the one, but don't ask me to pronounce it. Anyway. Yeah, every convention had a yaoi guy. Oh, that's cool. At least there's a little, like, place to rest up here. I am going to go check under the waterfall and check that other area first, but... Cold Ankle says, I return! And I wonder whether I will regret doing so. I mean, we're talking about, at this point, Hitalia, yaoi paddles, and anime cons of yore. How are you? Oh, I guess he remembered he has a backup burger. Oh. Probably shouldn't then yell about to start, you know, gobbling dicks on stream. But no, it was, the reason I brought it up was just... Oh, sorry. I was once told a coffin could convey a passenger upon a gentle cruise. Oh. A coffin could convey its passenger upon a gentle cruise to the velvet garden of deepest purple. Oh, to slumber in such a paradise. But instead, I'm stuck here, fishing. Anyway, before we continue this conversation, I just want to say again, like, I'm not in the habit of finger pointing. I don't like people shitting on young anime fans, because most of the people who do want to forget that, you know, they were the cringe once upon 1,000 years. That there are no stones to be tossed. Like, I didn't cosplay my first anime convention, but I did get fucking twisted and made friends with... God. Made friends with I want to say it was not Vincent. The cowboy from Final Fantasy VIII and the special detective guy from FLCL. We got ratted. One of us fell asleep at the hentai panel. And, you know, we ended up becoming fast friends. Like, but we got sloppy anime drunk. And the fucking tumbleweed! You're not even supposed to be here! This is water! This is not your fucking house! Go home! Sorry. I might have a problem. It is Irvine from Final Fantasy VIII. Thank you. Just sounded wrong in my head. Well, Chorners, the difference between me and Desert Bus is I can go grab some dicks right now. Desert Bus can't do that. Tumbleweed says no. Eliac River downstream. Oh shit! This is how we get up here! This game is fucking good! I was trying to explore here. I still haven't. Adventure. Actually, I'm going to grab my my extra birds now. I don't even have to mute the mic, because all you're going to hear is the guinea pigs yelling at me. You don't have to worry about tripping over the dog. Do not listen to Cleona's cries, because Anya's not doing so hot. They're getting so much extra food and salad. Because Anya's just fighting like a trooper. She ain't giving up. So yeah, Cleona is getting so much good food and so much salad right now. Also, my dicks. Okay. Sorry, so yeah, so jumping back. Just, like I said, before we continue... I really have no patience for people who kind of sneer at young convention goers and young anime fans. Like, we were all cringe once. I'm happy for them, like... God. I cannot imagine how much of my life would be consumed by anime if I had access then to what I get now, right? Because, like, second wave was good, but, you know, you still had to spend a lot of cash on predominantly very little in the way of anime. Can I get up this way? I think I can. Okay, I think I can. Sorry, I don't know if anybody else uses it in this kind of categorization, but... So first wave anime was like Voltron, etc. Things that were, you know, TV broadcast and brought over here. Second wave is what I consider like ADV, Manga Entertainment, that lot. Like, when the main process was going out and buying DVDs in English language territories, and the current wave, call it third wave, call it streaming, or, you know, simulcasting, or whatever wanky buzzword someone's thrown around. But, you know, the TLDR is, right now, if you want to watch anime, you just fucking can. And I love that. Like, that makes me super happy. Verdant with, I like to think I've maintained my cringe. Much like this fucking lobster. Now, remember friends, lobsters can smell fear. Because his fucking red beady eye in the darkness. Stinky brother! You got any more of a wind up there, mate? Oh, fuck. You know, you don't have to prove me wrong immediately. Okay, I need to stop doing that. Damn, that hurt. Sorry, Evil Geek with, never forget, lobsters would be immortal if they weren't so lazy. Right? Just breaking out of your own exoskeleton. What's so hard about that? Oh. There's another fucking tumbleweed! There's another tumbleweed. What the fuck is this game? What ARG shit have we stumbled onto? But what does it mean? Unfortunately, it does look like I've come as far as I can with this route. Tumbleweed. I do like the tumbleweeds are an invasive species, even in a wasteland, and we're actually, yeah, find ourselves in the wastelands. There's another one. There's a fucking another one. Guess somehow. I feel like I'm Skyrim physicsing this. I think I might have to admit defeat there. It's a cool little place to hang out and have a burger, though. And I did want to explore a little bit more of this area, because I feel like there's more. Verdant says, you solo Melania, but you'd never be bested by a tumbleweed. They are effectively immortal, and I have no fucking idea how they do it. Like, how do they beat me to places? Shenanigans. Oh. And it's also kind of interesting to, like, how anime conventions and conventions in general have really morphed into big business. Oh, fuck. Oh, didn't fuck it. Like, I don't really have anything to add on that thought. I don't really have anything to add on that thought that's super complicated that you don't already know. It's just, you know, anime conventions were very much the purview of okay, let's go get that goodie. Ooh, that was a lot further of a drop than I thought. A mushroom seller's ball bearing, love it. Gotta get some cool fucking mushrooms. No, it's like the anime conventions were such a weird space. Like compared to like Star Trek, Star Wars conventions, traditional comic book conventions that had a very kind of established format and flavor. You know, the anime conventions came out of very strange places, predominantly a lot younger, predominantly, you know, usually like watch groups who just decided to have a big event about it. Hey, are you okay, buddy? Okay, I can talk to them. The Forager's Brood Cookbook and a yellow Fergal Bloom. Okay, that's fucking cool. I would have killed this person straight up. That's pretty fucking cool. Actually, let's just quickly see what we got. Lightning-proof pickled liver. And now we can get toxic mushrooms and white flesh mushrooms. Ooh. And a round piece of rock shaped by the water's current. Fascinating. Oh, we didn't even check the dancer's kit. Enhances the power of dancing attacks. Designed to protect the sword-wielding hand. Okay. And yeah, Verdant, I shouldn't celebrate, you know, profiling enemies, but those were the specific fuckers that reminded me that Elden Ring is a FromSoft game. And that you must deal with the consequences of thine own actions. When they trapped me in that fucking cave, bullied me for half a day. Okay, so. The dance of Renar is one of burning passion. The most passionate dancers never allow their fiery dance to end, losing even their names as they dance on. To see the passion fade, to see the dancers' flames extinguished. Well, I hit them with a big sword until they fucked off, so... Am I the baddie? Dancer's hood. Same. Okay, now here we go. The Dancing Blade. Decorative swords ablaze with impassioned red. A pair of weapons made to be wielded in both hands. Used by the dancers. Unique skill, Unending Dance. A furious dance formed by a succession of slashing attacks. Hold the button down to sustain the dance for as long as stamina allows. Ooh. Oh, we've got some dragon testicles to snack on as well. Lovely. Don't even worry about it. Oh, and these sheepies, they will fucking kill me if I give them half a chance. Ah, shit. just fucking doing your thing. Alright. Holy fuck! So those sheep are no joke. Oh, fuck! The sheep are no fucking joke at all. Okay. So I think we've explored as much of this as we can. Somehow I think we have to get upstream here and head down. That's fair. So I guess I kind of want to explore more of this little area before we continue on. Verdant nearly getting a fucking spit take out of me there with, Would you say that's a, would you say those sheep are a Philip K. Dick joke? What you did there? I saw it.
Will, those are just electric sheeps. Will it 1% HP? Oh god, those aren't just electric sheeps.
I did say they were no joke. But perhaps I didn't quite put enough emphasis and respect on their name, you know? Also, I just fucking love the design in this whole blue area. And now we're no longer on the coast of Hands. It feels more fun to explore it. Because I can do that. The cast of Hands, the musical, was not letting me explore as much as I wanted. Sorry, and Akira Zero. Thank you for the 500, friend. Oh yeah, spoiler, these birds can't do shit against Therapy Sword. Okay, look, I'm going to save something for future streams. I'm the Dragon Slayer, because I've been dragging these... See? It's low-hanging fruit. We've got to challenge ourselves. Be a better class of criminal. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. It's one thing that the DLC and the game as a whole still seems to spark in me, is this sense of wonder and exploration. Like, I love me a Dark Souls, but after a certain point, it does feel like... I wouldn't say it's by numbers, I'd never say that, but that you've... It's no longer about the exploration, it's about what will this world throw at you next. And... Okay, well that's a giant ladder I do not want to climb, but that's a bonfire, so let's fucking go. But I've... Oh! Holy boss, I'm so sorry. I was so enraptured with blue flowers. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Go get some sleep. You want to stay up late with me so I can play some more Elden Ring, and I really appreciate that. Turtles! So I guess it's if you make the climb down from the Red Coast down to here, this is like your little shortcut spot. Okay. And DJ, what and welcome. How goes it? Unless you are in league with the tumbleweeds, in which case, don't talk to me and my son ever again. Sorry. I keep finding tumbleweeds in the shadow of the Erd Tree. I keep finding them fucking everywhere. Impossible places. Places no man has yet tread, and there's a fucking tumbleweed looking at me like, sup. And, not gonna lie, I might be getting a bit crazy about it. Or around it. And, I don't know, we were kind of talking about... Fucking tumbleweed! We were talking about conventions and animu and stuff like that. And then between bosses and snacks, it kinda... Oh, there's something here, isn't there? What the fuck are you? This guy's fucking tough. Also, did he have a fucking lightsaber? Bullshit. Oh, good on you, DJ. Good on you. I will admit, over the weekend, I actually fell asleep in my chair, which I try to avoid doing where possible. But no one is immune. They kind of look like the Beastmen from early on in Elden Ring, but with lightsabers. They're just normal men. And last but by not means least, this guy! Alright. Alright, friends. Why don't you tell him what he's won? It's a fucking sword to the face. What's the deal with tumbleweeds? Elden Ring stand-up comics that no one asked for. But yeah, so to those of you who just joined us, so DJ Coil, Cat, I've been trying not to just reflex ask, which I usually do, which is, you know, how's it going? Because we all know the answer to that question. But, has there been anything that's been grabbing your attention games-wise in the ilk? Has anything been helping? If you're wondering, is Will just using stinky breath so he can keep talking to everybody? The answer is yes. Work smarter, not harder, right? As true for the lands between as it is for everywhere else. Oh, come on. Oh! Oh, there is something fucking horrifying in there. You will see that, right? Alright, this calls for my my special move. Stinky Bretter! Oh. Alright, thankfully this guy is going to spend more time roaring than kicking my ass, so... Just gas this place out. A little bit bad for him, but then again, I've done my time. Oh, Ket, that's lovely to hear. Monster Hunter Outlander, so I haven't actually had the chance to look up the details on it. But I will admit, I'm fascinated. Because it seems like it's going to be... So if Monster Hunter Go is designed to be like a... I don't know if we're describing the whole Niantic catalog as ARG-like still, but it's designed to be like, you know, inspiration to go explore the real world and go do cool kid shit. Where even am I? I know I missed a turning back there as well. Oh, and Safro, good evening to you, friend. Good evening to you. So I'm assuming that Monster Hunter Outlanders is going to be like a simpler, like Monster Hunter Mobile. You know, essentially hopefully taking what they were doing like the DS and things like that and put it on mobile. Oh, Bacon Avenger, thank you for sharing that with me. I could live my whole life and never fucking known that and been happy. But no, you had to share it. But jumping back in, so DJ is saying that the the New York Times strike has inspired them to make their own Wordle type game. That's way cool. I met the guy who made one that was Wordle but with phrases. That is really good, and I still play it. Which he put it together like years before Wordle. I met him at Pocket Gamer Connects, and it was fascinating. Because he was in like the pitch your game category, and it turns out he got entered by mistake. And he was there, you know, talking to the judges and pitching, but basically saying like, I actually don't need to win, so like, please don't give me the prize, which is a chunk of change to make a game. Sorry, it was me mentally trailing off. And Ket's found a lightweight visual scripting tool that their brain doesn't immediately bounce off of. Fuck yeah. Oh, as a smaller side for peeps that might not have seen it. Ooh. Oh no. Visions of Evergold. That spirit sword, I think, is the lightsabery thing that we saw earlier. So let's have a fucking look. So it's Flow Lab. Fascinating. All I was going to mention was that Gary of Gary's Mod has put the Unity competitor that they've been working on up on Steam now, which is closer to things like Gary's Mod and other like game-focused engine. I forget what we call shit like Roblox and Gary's Mod and things like that. That it is itself a game, but you can make other games within it. Or you can kind of pull back and you can do, like, some pretty powerful stuff. Sorry, and to Squalet Gecko, thank you kindly for the follow. UGC platform? I mean, it sounds right. Fucking nice. The spirit sword is a sharp blade sculpted into a twisted shape. You spin and ghosts go, fucking wee! Who doesn't want that sword? I feel a little guilty because it keeps saying things like, you know, be wary of ambush and be wary of pack. And I'm over here running around with the dragon magic equivalent of, like, Agent Orange. Can't get fucking ambushed if there's no one left alive. Anyway, so Kev was saying it's got some limits to prevent it being something that I would explore for, that they would explore for a project of significant size. But pretty solid for tinkering with a small project. I mean, fuck yeah. Hell, that tinkering stage is essentially the, you know, the modern find the fun. And to the Squalid Gecko, you know what? Stream's going real well. Some friends brought in some gigantic raids earlier, which made up for PC hiccup. So, yeah. I'm just exploring Elden Ring DLC, pottering about, talking about video games and everything and nothing. Oh yeah, no, so DJ Coil, in a world where we could just have that kind of functionality built in, I'd love to add that. Like, that stinky breath not only kills things, but it kills the plant life. The idea that without fucking killing your dev team or your PC, that you could leave permanent scars on the world. Still one of the fucking coolest things about Death Stranding that, to my knowledge, very few people saw. Predominantly, I guess, because they're not fucking lunatics like I am. You know what, DJ Coil? It is interesting how many engines that, yeah, tile-based platformers is their absolute first go-to maneuver, right? What else is here? This seems bad. How many souls have I got? Only a few. It'd be better if I... Oh! It's all good. Alright, puppies. Let's go have some fun. Kaboom. Okay, he's actually slower than I thought he'd be. Huh. Okay, it's all about whoever that is right there. That's it. My dog's trained fighting dragons. What are you little pipsqueak gonna do, eh? I'd like to say thank you to that guy for screaming before he attacked me, because I was reading your comments there, friends. Because, like, you know, DJ Coil, Sliff, okay. Like, I'm always interested to hear people's thoughts and feels, especially on varying engines, and I try to balance out the conversation so it's not just me. Kakazi, there should be a Death Stranding playlist. I know we lost 1 or 2 episodes of Death Stranding due to potential copyright strikes. Unfortunately, with Death Stranding, the music, as good as it was, it caused problems. You good? Damn. Shout out to my puppies. Who ruined that fucking... ruined that creature's day. Yeah. I feel like I shouldn't have hit them with a stinky breath attack to start with. everything else in the blue area has kicked the fuck out of me, so I had no reason to believe these guys would be tough. Like, yeah, they'll put an enemy fell tag on anybody these days, I'll tell thee. Ow. I'm so used to creatures that just rush me instead of taking their time to announce their attacks. Unless this is the thing that FromSoft love to do, is walk you through an area where you are fucking overpowered as shit, just to show you how far you've come. Anyway. So Chaunerus, you'd need to talk to Damien, because maybe some of the newer versions of RPG Maker can do that. But to my knowledge, you can't do a tactics-based RPG with RPG Maker. To my knowledge. And Godot would definitely be worth learning for that. Because, okay, Cold Ankles is right. Anything's doable. I mean, remember, like, Damien made a first-person golf game in RPG Maker. Anything's possible. But it's like, how much of a rod for your own back are you making, right? Is there another environment that's going to make your life easier? And no, I agree with you. All the Unity bullshit pulled everybody away from there. And God, right, one of the last things I saw before we all finally fucked off of Twitter forever was again Gary of Gary's Mod being like, yeah, so because of our lifetime sales, we procced the final enterprise clause in our Unity contract. So now they have to spend a minimum of 500,000 a year on Unity, either licenses or support. Minimum. So I'm kind of curious as to what these huge things are. I thought they were ships broken at first, but I don't know now. I wonder if they're just like, they're like a giant version of the coffin sent downstream. Kind of feels that way. Verdant says, I just incorrectly advised against making your own engine. There's a lot of different feelings right now, and I don't want to dismiss them, right? Like, Nick has been advocating again for make your own engine, and his thinking is that if you start making a game in Unreal today, it's going to take you 3 years to put it out. Okay, that's fair. That's an idea. In those 3 years, you know, the chances that, say, Tim Sweeney steps down or that things change is quite high. But, I don't know. I don't personally agree with that sentiment, but that's just me. So I think we've done everything here, so I'm going to take us... go back to the... Yeah, I'm going to go back to the round table. Just hand in the ball bearings. So... yeah, and Vern Flow, I completely understand. Like, right now, so long as you're not locked into any kind of engine that forces you to have, like, future-proofed money clauses and things like that, it's not too much to worry about. And with UE5, like, I think you'll still be able to talk to Epic. If you reach the point where you're making silly money and you are not prepared for it, I think you can still have a conversation with them, right? Like, if I had to point to anything that I consider to be an important thing to future-proof your games from, that would probably be one of them. And Verdant, there are some people out there that can make their own engine and then release a game on that engine. And I refer to these individuals as sickos. And I'm very impressed by them. But I couldn't fucking do that. forget what was back here. Oh, this was where we found the creepy guy before he went to the other room, wasn't it? I forget. But yeah, like, Kat, I agree with you. If you are sitting here right now and thinking, I might make a game, like, making something
It reminds me of
that's going to take you 3 years is very ill-advised. Like, you kind of want to do almost like the... Like, game jam a game for 2 weeks, maybe 3 if you're feeling spicy, then fix and polish, then release, right? You'd need to have a real grounding in the engine that you want to play with, but yeah. Start small. No, smaller than that. No, still too big. Yes. But, I mean, DJ, as we've said, dream big, make small, right? Take a grand idea and boil it down into something that you yourself can make is a really good strategy for success. Look at that beard. It's right good. Back to the lands between. Okay, so I think we've explored all of the red area, and I don't think I'm strong enough yet to fight Baal. Curse ye, Baal! I also think... Wasn't there a route... Oh, no, okay, no, never mind. Ignore me! Whose baby is this? Okay, so if I'm looking at stuff, we cleared this castle, and I think we did everything in this castle we could do before we can get through the routes. So now, I guess... Alright, so we did go down here. That led us to this little fog catacombs area. We can't get to that yet. And spill a Watto and curse you, Baal! I know it's Bale, but it's Ball now in my noggin. So yeah, I think we're ready to really start tackling whatever the fuck this like cavalcade of awesome is going to be. We haven't talked to Thoilia in a while. Redmayne Freya. Oh yeah, we did all of this, and I couldn't see a way down from there. So I do think that's what we've got to approach. And yeah, I guess all of these huge things, these must be coffins, like giant coffins. It's got to be, right? It's got to be, right? I haven't gone balling with Bale again. I have gotten a few more of the Erd Tree upgrades, so I can somewhat handle myself a bit better. Oh yeah, because last time I wanted to head straight to the cathedral and got fucking murdered. Oh, and we went over to that weird jungle area with the world's most mediocre fight. That was fun.
we are all utterly captivated by kindly Nicola. It is what binds us together.
Spiller, I actually haven't seen that. Everyone's been real good with spoilers.
Wondering about the horn scent, are you? True enough. Long ago,
Okay.
cleansing, it's no wonder the horn. That aside, and in this regard, they were never saying they just happened to put it still a wreck.
Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot I'd already chatted to her about that. Okay, Shadow Realm Blessing. There we go. Now we're up to 7. Let's see what our stats look like. How's that for a slice of fried gold? Oh, good on them. Good on them. I skim over their content intermittently, and I forget to check back on the regs. Oh. Huh. And Chonorus. you know, that makes a weird kind of sense. I still found it so surreal that in the dream... Was it the hunter's dream? That there were things that fell into it? I still think about that. God. Sorry, Spiller was saying that they stopped following them when they got bad at disclosing ads. Like, I can understand that. Honestly, one of the things I'm going to be doing as we move into the new year is looking for Longshipian sponsors. But you know me, I'm a picky bitch when it comes to actual sponsors, so I'll just be picking people that I know already we like or that I like. Oh, Fearless, go get some sleep, friend. Nap time. Get that honk shoe. Someone's got her. Oh, yes. So what happened last time was I tried to fight that giant, who is way tougher than he looks. Ran past him, got teleported into this beautiful jungle area. But all there was one fight and nowhere else to go. So I kind of got like a next time on Dragon Ball Z moment. Oh, shit. Let's see. Is that enough souls to level again? That can't be. Can't be. I did meet Pigeon Boy, and he had the coolest arena and absolutely fucking nothing to back it up. Gotta be honest, felt a little bit sad for him. All you can upgrade is strength? What about quests? What if I didn't want to buy the potion? Alright, let's go check out that fucking cathedral. Okay. So shout out to this guy who is supposed to be guarding his buddies and letting them know if anybody is coming. He has not seen me. He will not be getting Employee of the Month. What's up, nerds? Okay. No! Fucking stamp on my nads, why don't you? Oh, fuck off. Look at us with our synchronized attacks! Yeah, it was rude. That was rude and uncalled for. What do you mean I caved their mate skull in? No, 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 no. Totally uncalled for. Bastards! I still think it would be very funny if we got like a supplier of like gin or something to sponsor the Longship. I emailed Empress a few years ago, and surprising no one, they never answered me back. Alright, and as for you, that's how we do it. Anime bullshit style. I kind of wonder if Dix would sponsor. I mean, they've got, like, big sponsorships, like the fucking Krakens and whatnot. Pagliacci's would be fucking cool. I'll put your crossbow away, mate. I would fight them on, oh man, I would fight them person to person, sword in hand, but I don't want to. It would mean that I'd be able to make so many dick jokes. Daily. Just daily. And that looks weird.
Thou shalt not evade the flame of Mesmer.
Alright. Have you brought more than one potion, dickhead? Spoiler, they did not.
How could this be?
Well, you got a bowl cut like a bell end. You jumped me. Queen Mori at my grace. You fucking sound like, mate. A key for the prayer prison room. That sounds healthy. That sounds incredibly healthy and not at all weird. Chaunerus, Sober doesn't have sponsor money. Although in the past, when Sober have done done like big events and things like that, you know, like the charity events and whatnot, they've paid me for my time and very well. So like, when it comes to like working with Sober, they're really fucking good. You know, we need to find that weird blend of somebody with enough resources to be able to sponsor the Longship and see value in it that isn't also inundated by other streamers. So it's a long fucking road, alright? But I'm hoping that with a little bit more time next year, I'll be able to start like looking into it. And who knows? T-Place would be awesome. So Spiller, I'm in an eternal two minds about Patreon, right? Because on the one hand, Patreon would be like, hey, this is how much is coming in every month via the Longship, right? On the flip side, for my own sanity, being able to thank people as they put support in, I think is a big deal. One of the ways in which I kind of justify this whole thing to myself. You good? Likely friendship. Lovable sort. If only I had comfort. I'm kind of worried that there's one of these other guys I might have just fucking obliterated in another section. Oh no, Spiller, I'd love a hint. Like, thank you. And my brain's jello from doing the Rise of the Golden Idol yesterday. Oh, Chaunerus, you were thinking getting Dix to sponsor. So I have to warm him up without killing him? He doesn't have a lot of health. I'll come back to this one. I know, so Verdant, I almost killed one earlier today. Then I left and came back. What got bad? Oh, an item called a warm stone. Alright. Warm stone, I remember those. Glowstone. Back up here somewhere. Warming stone. Use it to heal nearby allies. Fuck yeah. Please don't be dead. And here's the thing, I would have killed these fuckers. There you go, buddy. Do you want another one? There you go. It might be because I hit him but didn't kill him. That's why he doesn't want to talk to me right now. Anyway, I just picked up something which was like... What was it? Palace... Like, was it prayer dungeon? Like, what shady shit are you lot up to? Crusades being all crusadery. Hey, oh, bastards! Chase me! Chase me! Chase me! Oh! Someone really want to dance. Oh, well, I kind of missed there, but... Big pokey weapon fight! Gotta admit, those guys' armor is real fucking cool. Don't get me wrong, I love my dog blanket and antlers. So yeah, I'll rest, then we'll go back and help that guy. And, like, if I kill one, does he respawn? Because I think I ganked one really badly early on. Yeah, I'll take another fucking blessing. Let's go. If these blessings keep up, I will be able to fight some of those great big, you know, walking wickermen. I will, however, say, friends, I completely lost track of what we were nattering about before, though. Oh, your sponsorships and things. Yeah, I also get very uncomfortable with setups where it's very clear that the person is sponsored by or is pitching me a thing, and they're not saying it. It's like, homie, if you told me, you know, sponsored by... I don't know, nose punch gin and what have you, I'd be fine with that, you know? Everybody's got to eat, you know, in this day and age. Oh, okay, so he's back. Does he want to talk? He does! Forager Cookbook 4 and a Shadow Sunflower. Fuck yeah. Holly-proof pickled liver. Sounds kind of rad. Opens a door to the prayer room in the house of worship found in the church district of Shadow's Keep. Of course! How did I not know that? Wait, hang on. We've already unlocked that. Oh shit! And I forgot we got the lightsaber. A sword encrusted with a line of stars fashioned from a small piece of crude glintstone. Weapon of the demi-human swordsman. When bestowed with this weapon by their queen, the swordsmen swear to find the truth that lies at the end of the procession of stars. That's fucking cool. Okay, so the prayer room key... Hang on, I bring up the map. That's... not Castle Ennis. That's here, right? No, I guess, Chaunerus, I got the Spirit Sword and the Starline Sword confused. The Starline Sword has got to be the lightsaber, right? Also, Ash of War Flame Skewer. The Flame Skewer, enwreath armament in flame and assume a low stance before skewering up the enemy in a single motion. Huh. So yeah, if you want to tell me what their key is for, I will not be offended. Also, we just got a regular club. I might be losing steam, friends. It's weird, like, tonight I don't have to be anywhere. And, like, I don't have to rush off to go feed the dogs and what have you. And obviously I'd miss them already, but it's like... what do I do? I think I'm running out of banter. I think I'm running out of skill. Has the madness taken me already? Have I been left alone for but a few hours? You know what, Ket? That might be it. It might be that I don't need the adrenaline running through my system to look after the dogs and get them out for that one last walk. So maybe I am finally crashing. Shit. Oh, and I realised I haven't been talking about this when some people were like, you and Fiona broke up? I was like, we did, but as you saw, like, we're still friends. We're still homies in a very real way. Due to the space constraints of where Fiona is, I'm going to be looking after the guinea pigs. So, you know, with little Anya being probably on the way out, like, Fiona's going to be teaching me how to do, like, little feedings for her and stuff like that. And obviously I love River and Amos with my whole heart. And, you know, I won't say that I'm grateful for a rest, but I'm going to miss those furry fucks so soon. And Chaunerus, I know what you're feeling. Like, I really tried to use Hitman as my distraction. And, I don't know, maybe because I've been playing it too much. Like, I did all the really brutally hard challenges that I was saving because I didn't think I was good enough. And now in Hitman, I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. So I tried going back to Metal Gear Solid 5, and I'm like, it sure is a game that's still there. I'm playing single-player Tarkov at the moment, and that's what's keeping me from going loopy. But, yeah, maybe you're alright, like, friends, like, I'm not out of the woods, I shouldn't say it like that. I'm still going to have to move apartment, either in the next, 10 days or so, or... in January. Win, lose, or draw. If it's in January, then I will have to look for a place to move in January. But, right now, there's nothing really to be doing, you know? Box some shit up, get cool with it. Yeah. Yeah. And, Chaunerus, I'm going to be making a concerned effort to rest more, drink less. To try and start... yeah. Recovering a little bit. And again, this is no shade on Fiona or anything like that. It's just, I feel like this year I never stopped moving. The most relaxing times I've had this whole year have been like GDC and PAX. That shouldn't be the relaxing part. This is how much everything else has been full on. Oh. I'm sorry, friends. Here's me fucking whinging. Where? Will's full-time job is streaming. How hard it must be. Oh, and you get to consult on the side as well. Cry as a fucking river. Sorry, friends. I'm sorry. You know me. Very verbose mode. You know? Shauna is just screaming, "You're fine! Bellend!" Sorry. But I do think I'm going to bring our adventures to a close, because I want to explore this area properly. And I wouldn't say I'm checked out, but I think the exhaustion has hit me. But we got to explore that gorgeous area. We found some cool shit. Like, we found some stuff that no one appeared to have, like, told me about. And Ket, you're right. Dream jobs are still jobs. And as I'm part of the chronic overworkers squad, I was talking about this with Megaboss the other day, and I was like, in the longship, we're really, really vehemently anti-crunch. And Megaboss was saying, like, hey, sometimes crunch is important. Now, bearing in mind, Megaboss comes from a non-gaming software background. And I was saying that, like, yes, sometimes crunch happens and crunch is necessary. If your studio is bigger than 50 people, then it's somebody's fuck-up. It's not just because of nothing. But these things do happen. But the reason why myself and Nick are so vehemently anti-crunch is for two reasons. One, it teaches young game devs or people who haven't been in large studios that no, it's not normal to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And they shouldn't just be expecting that of you. You know? And to people who are like self-employed or like solo devs and things like that, it's like, yes, making your own game is fucking fun. And holy crap, if your games are generating enough revenue that you can keep making your games, holy fuck, what a win, right? But it's still a job, and if you crunch yourself, you're still crunching. Right? Like Aeon, I completely understand what you're saying. Crunch should not be a 7 days, like, just an infinite slog. And Rukami, yes, game dev should absolutely unionize to fuck. Corporations have the money to be paying better and to be looking after their people better, and they fucking don't. So, unionize. What is it? Eat their pizza, unionize anyway. Ooh, Aeon, fuck. But then, Aeon, in something like the defense industry, there are times when lives can be on the line. There are times when it can really matter. Video games, another story. But to balance it, it's like, I like talking about how when Blizzard was still small and scrappy, I want to say when they were being published by Sierra? Was it Sierra that published them, or did they self-publish? I always forget. But when they started making StarCraft, StarCraft was originally just going to be kind of like the Warcraft 2 engine skinned. And they took it to, I think it was still, it wasn't E3 then, I think it was still the previous trade show. Fuck, I forget the name. Names have escaped me. I was going to make some up. It was the TMNT Expo. Lizzie pins. Did I hear game devs should unionize? Eat their pizza. Make a union. Do both. But when they went off to this particular industry event to show off what was going to be StarCraft, and they realized the industry had outpaced them. If they released StarCraft with the current trajectory that it was then, it would have failed. It wouldn't have sold. It would have been lost to the annals of time. And again, it's easy to forget how there wasn't like, the RTS sphere is not a massively lucrative one. And so, after this particular event, they went back to the drawing board and they just rebuilt the fucking engine from scratch to be able to handle, like, higher fidelity, better visuals, more units, etc. And ultimately, StarCraft and StarCraft Brood War were not only a success, but a phenomenon. Like, they made a call, and it was the right call. But again, that was back when Blizzard was a scrappy group of, like, 20, 30 guys. Sorry, 20, 30 people, my apologies. But you know what I mean. Like, if Blizzard now did that level of crunch, they have hundreds of people across multiple offices. That's not a Hail Mary to save the farm. That's, well, we fucked up and we kind of don't want to move any dates around, so get fucked, everybody. Oh yeah, no, Lizzie, it was definitely when it was Blizzard, but I can't remember if Blizzard used to be published by anybody. It was Blizzard Entertainment and Cyberlaw Studios. Oh wait, no, that's Beyond the Dark Portal. We want Tides of Darkness. I like that it's Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness because they added boats. Okay, get this. In North America, Warcraft 2 was originally published by Davidson and Associates, an educational software company based out of California. In the EU, someone called Zablanc Entertainment. Alright. It is also worth noting that publishing back then didn't necessarily mean taking on the financial burdens and responsibilities and all of that nonsense. It meant physically printing the discs, discs in boxes, boxes to stores. It was a different time. Oh yeah, and Verdun, I think about that a lot, that the people that Blizzard were freaking out about that made them think that the needle had changed, actually it was pre-rendered and it wasn't in-game. I'm trying to remember what the fucking name of that game was. Let's see if StarCraft 1 had a publisher, if they self-published that one. Sorry, now I'm just looking up history. Yeah, no, so StarCraft, they self-published. So that's probably why they were freaking out. Okay, it was Dominion Storm Over Gift 3. God, that's funny as. That's funny as. Also, if you check the wiki page, there's some screenshots of, like, how StarCraft looked before the rework, which was, I mean, Warcraft 2 in space. Ah, good times, good times. Okay. Alright, friends, before my madness takes us any further, I'm gonna throw you on over to one of our friends. I'm not going to go into Desert Bus because we broke him once. Don't want to do it again. Who have we got? Who have we got? It is a slow night. Let me see how these lovely Mother Hubbards are doing. Aeon says, StarCraft made its debut at E3 1996. Shit, do I remember it being earlier? Hey, this is why these conversations are good. Is it, you know, helps recenter our knowledge and stop the brain rot. No, Rikami, like, we went in, they immediately lost audio, and then the whole thing crashed. I'm not risking it. Longship's too powerful. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna roll credits, and you lovely Mother Hubbards, if you want to head over to Desert Bus or one of our other friendos or what have you, like, that is the time. So, before I roll credits proper, because of the interruption we had earlier on in the stream, I lost the what would have been the credits. However, Legend and Flamethrower wielder Lizzie T. Powell actually kept a tab of what people had thrown in. Lizzie, you fucking legend. So before I roll the credits official, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Bacon Avenger, Baron von Sheepington III, Dust in Your Eyes, ET3 Stooge, J-Post, Crux, Lyris, Some Numbers, The Dice Goddess, and Vanderbeest. You all threw bits in, and you know, like, bits and donations is how I fucking stay alive. So thank you. Alright? I'd also like to thank Bacon, Stooge, Hindle, and Kakazi. You were all celebrating sprees of anywhere from like 2+ years to 6+ years, you fucking legends. So seriously, all of you, thank you. And to the rest of you beautiful Mother Hubbards, I can thank you across this bonfire. Gotta ease up on the amount of what we do in the shadows I'm watching. The voices are getting silly. So to Sammy and to Squelet Gecko, thank you kindly for the follows. Really appreciate it, and I hope you do it. I hope you come back for some video games banter. To the Space Cadet of Seattle, thank you for the continued subs and whatnot. And to Akira Zero, Bacon Avenger still, Lyris Dragon still, Dandelion Vanderbeest, and a very doubtful guest continued, thank you for the bits, you fucking legend. Not only to Lizzie T. Powell, but also Caffeine and Moose for being the best fucking mods. And to Kiro the People, Dan Jones, and Gamble Lord, fucking legends! Now, I will say, most of you here are probably already very aware of Hero to the People, Dan Jones, but, you know, please give Gamble Lord a follow and all. Let's do it. Hang out with those homies. Okay. But that's it from me, friends. I definitely hit the fucking wall. So, if you see me on Discord later, come say hi. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for gloriously queer, wonderful nonsense. She'll allow me as well. We're going to be playing Sorry We're Closed tomorrow, which is a like Suda 51 British neon-soaked like queer. I said queer like 3 times. It's a horror love story, and it's. I can't wait. Can't wait. Anyway, that's it from me. Sleep well, have a lovely rest of your evening, and to be continued, friends. To be continued. Book out.